Excuse me?
Oh, Brown. Mary Brown. The Times. Good heavens. You must be Nanny. As in Vespers. The nanny with the blue dressing gown. The one that God blesses.
I'd just as soon not, if you don't mind. Billy, come down. If you'd like to speak to Mr. Milne, please be so good as to telephone to him and make an appointment.
But I don't want to speak to Mr. Milne, you see. I want to speak to Christopher Robin.
I'm afraid that won't be possible today. Billy, let's go.
Why do you call him Billy?
My proper name is Milne, but when I was small it came out Moon. I'm good at coming down trees too. Did you notice?
Oh, I did. I also noticed that you have cardboard tied to your legs.
In case of dragons.
I say, you don't know where I can get some of that dragon-proof cardboard, do you?
That's
I mean,
enough,
it's such a bother when the dragons set fire to my stockings.
Good day to you.
Welcome to Kermode Uncut. Goodbye Christopher Robin opens in UK cinemas today. I'll be reviewing it on the Radio 5 Live film show I do with Simon Mayo. One of the interesting things about the film is that if you stay to the end credits, it's dedicated to the memory of Steve Christian. Now, Steve Christian was a very, very important film producer to whom I did a tribute a couple of weeks ago at the Isle of Man Film Festival. Steve Christian died earlier this year, and he was basically credited with the creation of the Isle of Man film industry. Screen International said intrinsic to the development of the Isle of Man Film Commission, and Mark Samuelson said it's fair to say that he invented the Isle of Man film and TV industry. And after more than 100 productions made and countless careers supported and enhanced by Steve's efforts, his impact will not be forgotten. Now, the Isle of Man Film Commission was set up in 1993. Steve Christian and Hilary Dugdale were absolutely the cornerstone of it. They began with productions like Brill Cream Boys. And over the years, a huge number of films have been made in the Isle of Man. Many of them you wouldn't know had been made in the island. Take, for example, Me and Orson Welles from 2008, which was filmed at the Gaiety Theatre in the Isle of Man, one of the very few theatres that still has a Corsican trap, and a really, really lovely film that I enjoyed enormously, directed by Richard Linklater. Also 2009, Heartless. I mean, the Isle of Man was responsible for one of only a handful of films to be directed by Philip Ridley, and Philip Ridley was very grateful that the Isle of Man enabled him to make a feature, because he makes them so rarely. We've had The Disappearance of Alice Creed in 2009, a fantastic three-hander with Gemma Arterton, Eddie Marsden and Martin Compston. And of course, Chico and Rita, Oscar-nominated animation, which is set in New York and Havana and has this absolutely brilliant visual style to it. I think very few people realise was created on the Isle of Man. More recently, the Isle of Man was responsible for TT 3D, Close to the Edge, which was one of Steve Christian's passion projects. I mean, he absolutely loved the TT. And then, of course, Amber Asante's Belle, which, if you're a regular here at Kermode Uncut, you'll know it's one of my favourite films of recent years. Goodbye Christopher Robin is already garnering some great reviews. Tune into the Radio 5 live show I do with Simon Mayo to hear my review of it. I think the thing that's important to say about it is this. When we did the tribute to Steve Christian in the Isle of Man, Hilary Dugdale talked very passionately about the extraordinary legacy of films that he left behind. The fact of the matter is, Goodbye Christopher Robin is a fitting tribute to an extraordinary body of work.